Now, fellow Africans, I'm using that word Africans, not Kenyans, again today for the first time, because what I want us to discuss is something that involves Africans. And let me start by asking this question. That you claim that you got over 98% of the votes that were casted during the elections. And during your inauguration, you are being sworn in a closed place, in a very protected place, actually in a military camp. So my question has been this, that what are you really fearing? What is the fear coming from? Where is the fear actually coming from? Is the fear coming from the 98% that voted for you, or the 2% that didn't vote? I repeat again. The president of Tanzania, the president-elect of Tanzania, Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, got 98% of the votes. So it means that out of the 32 million citizens of Tanzania, over 98% of them voted for her. So it means that only 2% didn't vote, right? So if 2% didn't vote, so our expectation is that during the swearing in of the president, actually at the point or in this scenario whereby she was voted in by majority, in fact more than half of the citizens, so everybody should be happy that they've gotten the leader they wanted.
Oya, watu ni wengi. Pole pole.
So even her inauguration, even her swearing in must be attended by almost everybody. In fact, even the 2% that didn't vote are supposed to attend so that they can see or they can witness what they missed while not voting for her. But here is something that now is bringing a problem, or here is now where the question marks are coming from. That you claim to have gotten this 98%, so you are loved by majority. But during your swearing in, you are going to be sworn in a military camp. And in this military camp, only the military are supposed to attend, and the INEC, the body that stood or that was supposed to that witnessed or that conducted the election.
Mama ni rais wa nchi hii, sio kwa sababu mlipiga kura. Na sisi tumo. Tumo, na hii tumo. Dola ni nini?
That is the only body that is supposed to attend your swearing in. So what are you trying to tell us? What are you really, like, what are you trying to communicate? What is it that is really going on here? But that one said and done, there is a body that I want us to discuss here. The African Union. African Union is a body that is really expected to do 4-5 things. The first thing that the African Union is expected to do is this. I was trying to look at the mandates of the African Union. The key mandates of the African Unions are number one is political and socio-economical integration, whereby they're supposed to accelerate the politics and the socio-economy of Africa, which includes coordinating policies between regional economic communities. And number 2, they're supposed to make sure that there's peace and security. Under peace and security, they're supposed to promote and defend peace and stability on the continent through conflict management, peace support and operations, and post-conflict reconstructions. And then another one is the issue, they're supposed to sort out the issue of human and people's rights, whereby they're supposed to promote and protect human rights and to advocate for gender equality, democratic principles, and social justice. Also, the issue of good governance, they're supposed to promote and defend culture of good governance, democratic institutions, and popular participation. And also the issue of international cooperation, whereby they are to coordinate and promote African common positions in international forums and to work with relevant international partners. And the last one, they're supposed to promote, or they're supposed to promote development and health, whereby they're supposed to do this through science and technology and to work with the partners to improve health and eradicate diseases. But is that the thing that these people are doing? Being led by Yusuf Ali. Of course, African did the elections of the chairperson in Addis Ababa. And right now, the candidate that came from Djibouti won. This is now where this body is being questioned, this is now where the question mark of this body is coming from. African Union is supporting Mama Samia Suluhu's election, and this is what they are saying. That Information and Communication Directorate, chairperson of African Union Commission, congratulates His Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan on election victory, reaffirms support for Tanzania. This is what the letter reads. The chairperson of African Union Commission, His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, takes note of the results of the presidential elections in Tanzania and congratulates His Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan for her victory. The chairperson deeply regrets the loss of human lives during the post-election electorate protest and extends his sincere condolences to the families of the victims. He underscores the imperative of upholding fundamental rights and freedoms, including the rights to peaceful assembly and expression, and encourages the authorities to safeguard the rights within the framework of the law. He also calls on citizens to exercise their rights in a peaceful and responsible manner. The chairperson recalls the principle of the African Charter of democracy, elections, and governance. In particular, respects for the rule of law, human rights, fundamental freedoms, and political pluralism, which are the cornerstones of democratic and stable societies. The African Union reaffirms its readiness to support the people and government of Tanzania in their efforts to preserve peace, national cohesion, and democracy. A very simple question to ask this body known as the African Union. How are you going to preserve peace in Tanzania at this point? That is my question. How are you going to preserve peace in Tanzania? Right now, more than 1,000 people have been killed. More than 1,000 people died. So, according to this body, the expectation is that the people of Tanzania are supposed to fold their hands, right? They're supposed to fold their hands and see their country being taken by the new dictator in town. Because, let us not lie to ourselves. Africa has gotten a new dictator. And you know, one thing that I've come to understand or realize with the elections of Tanzania was that one of the main targets of Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan was to break the records. But she has broken the record in a negative way. Number one, she broke the record by being the first president to be elected by the majority of the country. 98% is not a joke. Getting 98% votes is not a joke. 98%. So inamaanisha kwamba wewe unapendwa sana. That one has never even happened. Even in the world where a president is loved, there must be a strong opposition that arises and inampinga. Hawezi ukapata 98% votes. Huwezi. So that is the first record yenye amevunja in Africa. The second, she is the first president to vie and go to the election without opposition. Record broken. First African president, in fact not even Africa, the first world president to go to to campaign, go to the election without anybody opposing her. Why? Because anybody that opposed her was either killed, taken to prison, or disappeared. How are you going to oppose that person? How? No, just tell me how you are going to oppose that person. Inamaanisha kwamba huyu mtu kuna pale ambapo mkijaribu kumoppose hivi, doom, you are done. You can't oppose her. You can't. There is no way you're going to oppose such a person because she is so much powerful that she can do anything. Literally anything. She can do anything to make sure that she survives. To make sure that you have no voice. To make sure that your voice is not heard. You know, it is not as easy as maybe people think. It's not as easy as maybe people see it. No, it's not. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of issues here and there that we really need to discuss. And at this point, I know that even Githinji is going to send his congratulations to Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. Wait and see. Si tuko nawe hapa. Githinji anaenda kutuma anaenda congratulate Mama Samia Suluhu. That is one thing that I'm 100% sure of. Wait and see. Si tuko nawe hapa. Githinji anaenda kutuma anaenda congratulate Mama Samia Suluhu. That is one thing that I'm 100% sure of. That William Ruto, Museveni, they are going to congratulate Mama Samia. She is the president-elect, the new president in town. So she must be supported. You know, this story of African Union has really gave us a lot of things. Imetufanya tukajua mambo mengi sana, things that we didn't know. But let's discuss a little bit about Mama Samia. Literally, what I normally believe and what I normally know is that hakuna watu straightforward kama Waislamu. And let me tell you this, that nobody can convince me otherwise. There are always no people who are very much straightforward like Muslims. Those guys are straightforward. I have friends who are Muslims. We interact, we talk. Those guys, hata kwa biashara, those guys are very straightforward. Ni ile tu, sometimes we meet people who are wanajidoubt kama ni Waislamu ama si Waislamu. But ukipata tu wale Waislamu wenye wako very strict, those guys are very straightforward and very open. So this question goes to our Muslim brothers. What is your take on what Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan has done? Because hata wewe mwenyewe unajua, hata nyinyi wenyewe mnajua that what she has done is not right. Killing over 1,000, because okay, this is what is going to happen. It is going to be claimed that she's the one that has killed them. Actually, she's the one that has caused their deaths. Suppose angekubali ya kwamba hao watu hawanitaki mimi. Na basi bila shaka kama hao watu hawanitaki, basi wacha nikaondoke. Ama wacha nikubali matokeo na nifanye yale mambo ambayo wanayataka. Basi bila shaka watu hawangefariki jinsi ambavyo wamefariki. Lakini kwa sababu ya ukubwa na kwa sababu ya kutaka sifa, kwa sababu anataka kuonekana kwamba yeye ndiye kusema Tanzania, amesababisha watu wengi sana kufa. Ukijaribu kuangalia kwenye magazeti unaona jinsi ambavyo watu wameuawa. Ukijaribu kuangalia kwenye mtandao video ambazo zinachipuka hapa na pale, unaona jinsi ambavyo watu wamepigwa marisasi, jinsi ambavyo watu wamefanyiwa. Ni unyama. Yaani watu wametendewa unyama kisa na maana kuna mtu tu mahali fulani ambaye anasisitiza ya kwamba anataka uongozi. Na hakuna kitu kibaya kama mtu kutaka uongozi wa kimabavu. Ni jambo ambalo linasikitisha sana na ni jambo ambalo lazima liangaliwe kwa umakini sana na kwa undani. Kwa sababu gani? Lisipoangaliwa na Afrika isipoamka na wale watu ambao wako Afrika kujiuliza maswali ya kwamba okay, sisi tumejipata Afrika, sisi ni wananchi wa Afrika, wa nchi tofauti za Afrika. Ni nini haswa tunapaswa kufanya sisi kuhakikisha ya kwamba nchi zetu ziko kwa njia sawa na uongozi ambao tunautaka ndio uongozi ambao unatuongoza. Wadhania kwamba Afrika ikisimama tu, ikiinuka na isimame na wale vijana majenzi waseme kwamba now we want to change Africa. Unahisia kwamba hakutakuwa na mabadiliko. Lakini ikiwa bado tunazidi tu kufanya mambo haya hapa na pale, viongozi tunazidi kuangalia, kutazama tu viongozi wanatunyanyasa, wanafanya mambo haya ambayo wanayafanya, basi bila shaka hakutakuwa na tofauti. So mtazamaji, ningependa uniambie maoni yako kwenye sehemu ya maoni. Kutokana na hili swala la African Union, muungano wa bara la Afrika, kumpongeza Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. Nasi tunajua vizuri ya kwamba Mama Samia haja kuwa kiongozi, hajaongoza ama haja kuwa mshindi kwa njia halali, njia ambayo pengine ilikuwa inatarajiwa, ama njia mwafaka. Acha nitumie hilo lugha. Haja kuwa kiongozi kwa njia mwafaka. Amekuwa na ukora hapa na pale, ulagai. Hii tuseme ni ulagai, amelagai ndio akawa rais wa Tanzania. Na kwa wale ndugu zetu wa Tanzania, kile ambacho nakijua ni kwamba kuanzia sasa hivi mpaka miaka 5 zijazo mtakuwa na shida kubwa sana, kwa sababu huyu mtu tayari alishaenda akabadilisha constitution na akasema kwamba huwezi enda koti yote kushtaki tume cha uchaguzi kwa kumtangaza kama rais wa Tanzania. Nisikie maoni yako kwenye sehemu ya maoni na uniambie palipote pale ambapo ulipo, na cha msingi mtazamaji ni kwamba usikose kubonyeza alama ya subscription, kwa sababu kwa kufanya hivyo basi kila wakati kuna ujumbe ambao imewekwa ama tumeweka itakuwa virahisi sana kwako nawe pia kupata.